His hands trembled as he stood on her doorstep at 9 p.m., exhausted from a day of juggling work and single parenthood. Little did he know this late-night tech support call would change everything. Hey there, welcome to Life Chapters, where we share stories that touch your heart and remind you of life's unexpected turns. If you're enjoying this journey already, hit that like button and subscribe to join our storytelling family. Now, let's continue with The Unexpected Connection. Mark Jenkins checked his watch nervously as he rang the doorbell. 9:07 p.m. His babysitter had given him that look when he mentioned his boss needed emergency computer help at her home. The things we do to keep our jobs, he had muttered while grabbing his toolkit. 3 months as a single dad had taught Mark to treasure every minute away from work. Since Ellie's mother had walked out, claiming parenthood wasn't her journey, his 5-year-old daughter had become his entire world. His IT job at Westlake Solutions barely paid the bills, but the flexible hours meant he could be there for school pickups and bedtime stories. When CEO Catherine Winters called personally about her computer crisis, refusing wasn't an option. Not when performance reviews were next week. "Mark, thank you for coming," Catherine said, opening the door. Gone was the intimidating executive in tailored suits. Instead, she wore jeans and a casual sweater, her usually perfect hair pulled back in a messy bun. "No problem, Ms. Winters," he replied professionally, though exhaustion lined his face. "Please, it's Catherine at this hour," she smiled, leading him to her home office. "The presentation for tomorrow's investors is trapped in this infernal machine, and I've tried everything." Mark nodded, setting down his bag. He'd seen Catherine from afar at company meetings, confident, brilliant, sometimes terrifying. Office rumors painted her as cold and calculating, married to her career. Up close, she seemed human. As Mark worked on her computer, Catherine brought him coffee. "Black, 2 sugars, right? I notice at the office meetings." He looked up, surprised she knew such a detail about a mid-level IT specialist. "I'm sorry about the hour," she continued. "I know it's difficult with your daughter." Another surprise. "You know about Ellie?" "I make it my business to know my employees, Mark. Especially the ones who somehow maintain perfect attendance despite becoming sudden single parents. The computer problem was complex but not impossible, a corrupted file system threatening to erase months of work. Mark lost himself in the challenge, fingers flying across the keyboard as Catherine watched. "There," he finally said, an hour later. "Your files are recovered and backed up to the cloud. You should be all set for tomorrow." Catherine's relief was palpable. "You're a lifesaver." She glanced at his toolkit as he packed up. "Don't stop. There's still so much left." Mark paused, confused. "Your coffee's gone cold," she explained. "And I'd like to talk to you about something important." In her kitchen, Catherine poured fresh coffee and revealed the real reason for her call. "The truth is, I could have called the IT emergency line. But I wanted to speak with you specifically." She slid a folder across the counter. Inside was a proposal for a new department, Family-Focused Workplace Solutions, with Mark's name listed as potential director. "I've watched how you balance everything," Catherine said. "The company needs someone who understands what working parents face. The position comes with a significant raise and more flexible hours." Mark stared at the papers, speechless. "Why me?" Catherine's professional facade softened. 3 years ago, I lost custody of my daughter in a divorce. My ex-husband convinced the court my career made me an unfit mother. I've been fighting to change that perception ever since." She showed him a photo of a young girl, around 10. "This is Lily. I get weekends and Wednesdays. It's not enough." Mark saw something in Catherine he recognized, the pain of a parent separated from their child. "The board thinks this initiative is just about retention statistics," she continued. "But it's more personal for me. When I saw how you managed after your ex left, never missing a day while clearly putting your daughter first. I knew you were the right person." They talked until midnight, sharing parenting struggles and hopes. Catherine described her vision for childcare subsidies, emergency family leave, and remote work options. Mark contributed ideas from his own challenges. "I should get home," Mark finally said. "My sitter has class tomorrow." At the door, Catherine handed him the proposal. "Think about it over the weekend. This could help a lot of families, including yours." Mark drove home with his mind racing. The raise would mean no more choosing between new shoes for Ellie and paying the electric bill. The flexible schedule would give him more precious time with his daughter. When he arrived, the babysitter was asleep on the couch. He checked on Ellie, fast asleep clutching the stuffed elephant he'd worked overtime to buy for her birthday. "Things might get better, kiddo," he whispered, kissing her forehead. Monday morning, Mark arrived early at Catherine's office with his decision and some additional proposals. "I'm in," he said. "But I have conditions." Catherine smiled. "I expected nothing less." 6 months later, Westlake Solutions' family-focused workplace program became a case study in business journals. Employee retention improved by 34%, and productivity increased despite more flexible schedules. Mark's department grew to 5 people, all parents themselves. His relationship with Catherine evolved from boss and employee to trusted colleagues and eventually friends. One Friday evening, as Mark was leaving to pick up Ellie, Catherine stopped by his new office. "We're having a small birthday party for Lily tomorrow," she said. "Nothing fancy, just cake and games at the park. She asked if you and Ellie might come." The girls had met during a company family day and bonded immediately. "We'd love to," Mark replied. At the park, watching their daughters play together, Catherine confessed, "When I called you that night, I was terrified you'd think I was exploiting your situation." Mark shook his head. "You saw a problem and found a solution that helped everyone. That's good leadership. And good friendship," she added. A year after that late-night computer repair, Westlake Solutions won a national award for workplace innovation. Mark and Catherine accepted it together, their daughters watching proudly from the audience. In his speech, Mark said, "Sometimes the most important fixes aren't technical at all. They're about seeing the humanity in each other and building systems that support whole people, not just employees." Later, Catherine found him at the reception. "Remember when I told you, don't stop, there's still so much left?" Mark nodded. "I had no idea how true that would be," she said. "We've only just begun." They watched their daughters playing together under the reception hall tables, building a fort from napkins and program booklets. "Two single parents, figuring it out together," Mark observed. "Along with hundreds of others now," Catherine added, gesturing to the employees and families celebrating around them. The company continued to evolve, becoming a model for family-friendly workplaces nationwide. Mark and Catherine testified before state legislators about the economic benefits of supporting working parents. Their friendship deepened through shared challenges and triumphs. Catherine helped Mark navigate Ellie's first day of kindergarten. Mark supported Catherine through a difficult custody hearing that finally granted her equal parenting time. 2 years after that fateful night, they sat on Catherine's porch swing, watching their girls chase fireflies in the summer twilight. "I never thanked you properly," Mark said. "For what?" "For seeing me, really seeing me, when I felt invisible. For understanding that being a good father made me a better employee, not a liability." Catherine smiled. "And I never thanked you for showing me I could be both a mother and a CEO. That vulnerability isn't weakness." Their hands found each other in the gathering darkness, a simple connection born from mutual respect and understanding. "Don't stop," Catherine whispered, echoing her words from that first night, but with new meaning. "There's still so much left for us to do." And there was, building a community where families could thrive, where work and life complemented rather than competed with each other. where a late-night call for help could become the beginning of something unexpected and beautiful. As the fireflies danced and their daughters laughed, Mark and Catherine knew they had found something rare, a partnership that made them both stronger, better parents, and more complete human beings. Sometimes the most important connections happen when we least expect them, when we're tired, vulnerable, and just trying to make it through another day. Sometimes help comes disguised as a problem to solve. And sometimes, the people we think we know turn out to be so much more. If you've enjoyed this story of unexpected connection and second chances, please hit that like button and subscribe to Life Chapters for more stories that remind us of our shared humanity. Remember, behind every professional facade is a person with their own struggles and dreams, and recognizing that can change everything.